Hey, Monica. You got a minute?
Hey, Bryant, what's up?
It's about Friday's date.
Oh, I see. What is it?
Turns out, I'm not actually gonna be able to make it after all.
Oh?
Sorry, this one's totally out of my hands. I think I mentioned this before, but it's an important business meeting with an overseas company I'm looking to set up a long-term working relationship with. I always have to arrange meetings with these guys with the gap in time zones in mind. Which is why they always tend to be in the evening for me. And there's not much I can do about it.
What's the problem? Surely you can just get the meeting over with early. You're a freelancer, right? I thought you were flexible on stuff like this.
The only reason we're having the meeting in the first place is because of the client, so unfortunately, it's not as simple as dipping out early. Besides, they told me that even if we get done early, it's gonna take at least 4 or 5 hours. Don't worry, babe. I'll make up for it. I promise.
Fine. But if we're canceling, you have to take me to a fancy restaurant next weekend and splash out on me then instead.
Okay, that's fair. What do you want to eat?
I think I'm in the mood for French food.
It's settled then. Let's go to that 3-star French restaurant you've been wanting to go to?
Oh, that place! It looks just amazing. Deal. Thanks, baby.
I heard it's got a dress code, so we have to look the part.
Got it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. It seems like I lost my earring when I was in your room the other day. I can't find it anywhere, and that's the only place I can think of. I promise I won't get in your way while you're working, babe. Do you mind if I come in and look for it now?
Listen. The thing is, I'm just about to head out to meet a client.
Can I go in with the spare key then?
I'm
going out with the girls tomorrow and I really want to wear those earrings. They're my favorite pair. Please, baby.
Meh. I guess there's no harm. Okay. Please remember one thing, though. My study is off limits. Just like always, okay? Absolutely do not go in there under any circumstances.
Got it.
Monica, good morning. Do you have a minute? There's a little something I need to ask you about.
Sure, what is it?
It's about yesterday. You came over while I was out with a client to look for the earring you lost, right?
That's right. I didn't find it in the end, though.
Oh, really?
That was my favorite earring, too. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Anyway, forgive me, but let's put that conversation to one side for a minute.
What's wrong?
Did you go in my study?
I may have gone in there very briefly.
I knew it!
I was so desperate to find my earring. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it off my mind if I didn't go over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb, which meant peeking in your study, too. But don't worry, I didn't look at your computer or any documents or anything official or important looking related to your work. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't understand.
That's fine, but I didn't really have anything that could cause me trouble if you saw it anyway. And that's not what I'm asking about. Listen, Monica? Did you open my desk drawer?
Oh, is this about the ring?
Huh? Yes, it actually is.
Yeah, I took it.
What? You took the ring without my permission?
Well, I figured it was for me anyway. Wait, it was, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was, but...
What's the problem then? I just took what was mine. You have no idea how good the timing was on this. You got me out of a real pinch. Thanks, baby.
I got you out of a real pinch.
So here's the thing. Remember that girls' holiday I went on a little while back? You see, one of my friends covered the $350 for my plane ticket. She lent it to me on the condition I pay her back by today. She was really insistent. I got bang on $350 for the ring at the pawnbrokers. Can you believe how lucky that is?
You sold the ring? You sold it for $350?
I did think about trying to haggle the guy up a bit, but whatever. I'm just happy I was able to pay off my debt.
You have got to be kidding me!
But really, Bryant? If you're gonna buy me presents, you really should push the boat out more.
Excuse me?
I understand you never get as much for the retail price when you sell stuff to a pawnbroker, but even taking that into account, I wish you would have bought me something a little higher quality. Aren't I worth more to you than $350?
Oh my God, Monica. What have you done? As far as I can see, either one of two things has happened here. Either you let him haggle you down to an absurdly low price, or you went to a shady pawnbroker.
Huh?
You would have never gotten so little for it otherwise.
What do you mean?
That was an expensive top-of-the-range ring!
Huh? It was? How much?
$25,000!
$25,000?
It had a real diamond in it, and not just a small one either.
Seriously? I thought it was just some cheap, tacky, cubic zirconia.
I bought it at the most luxurious jeweler in the state. I had to book an appointment just to go in and browse, for crying out loud. The appraisal certificate was right next to the ring in the drawer. Are you saying you didn't notice?
I didn't notice. Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna head back to the pawnbrokers and get it back. Just you wait. Bryant?
How did it go?
They don't have it anymore.
What?
Apparently they sold it yesterday.
Seriously? Do you have any idea who bought it?
They said they're not at liberty to disclose that information.
Oh my God. That's it then. There's nothing we can do.
But this isn't so bad, Bryant. I mean, think about it. It was for me in the first place, right?
Well, it was. But I feel like that's not the...
No problem then. Just think of this as having given me it a little earlier than expected. This happened after I got a hold of it, and I had no way of knowing, so it can't be helped. Plus, it did pay off my debt, every cloud. No use crying over spilled milk, you know. It's fine, baby, really.
What?
I won't deny it is a little unfortunate, but I'm not gonna let it bother me, so you shouldn't either. Please let it go. Okay, that settles it then. That's the end of that.
How can you move on from this so easily?
Life's too short to dwell on bygones. What's done is done. We could cry and complain and be all down in the dumps, but where would it get us? Let's take a forward-looking, constructive attitude towards this, okay? You can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you react to it.
What the hell are you talking about? Happens to you? But you're the one who...
More importantly, let's think about something a little more fun. This conversation is boring now. That reminds me! Did you already make the booking at the fancy French restaurant next weekend? Since we don't eat out at places that nice very often, I think we should make the most of it and go for the 7 courses with champagne option.
That's enough.
Huh?
We're not going to the restaurant.
What? Why not? Aren't you forgetting something? This is your way of apologizing to me for canceling our date on Friday. You still have making up to do, mister. It has nothing to do with the whole ring thing. You're still not hung up on that, are you? Geez, seriously? You better not be sulking.
You still don't understand, do you?
Understand what?
Come on, just think about this. When do I buy you presents? Excluding our anniversary and your birthday, I almost literally never buy you anything. Yet there I was, about to give you a $25,000 ring. Did that not make you stop and think about it for even 1 second?
No, not this again. Look, baby, I'm really touched you bought me something so nice. I am. But it's gone now. Can't we just, get over it already?
That was an engagement ring!
Huh?
The booking at the French restaurant next week. On the surface, it was my way of apologizing for the date we missed on Friday. But in reality, the plan from the beginning was to propose to you there.
What? Really?
Remember before, when you said you'd always dreamed of being proposed to at a luxury restaurant with a beautiful view of the nighttime landscape? The plan was to get down on one knee while we were eating and pop the question. I want to make your dream a reality. That's why I intended to keep it hidden from you until the day. It was supposed to be a surprise. That's why I went out of my way to make sure the ring was stashed away in the desk drawer of my study that you weren't supposed to go in. Huh? What kind of reaction is that?
Sorry, baby, I'm just a little incredulous. Forgive me, but I have to ask you this. Can you really afford something as expensive as a $25,000 ring?
Huh?
Do freelancers really make that much money?
That differs from person to person.
But you buying a $25,000 ring? I just can't believe it.
I just went with the old, an engagement ring should be 3 times your month's salary rule. And that's how much it came to.
What? So you must make, over $8,000 a month? And wait, what? No, wait, $10,000 a year?
Well, there are taxes and some other minor deductions to take into account, but if you calculate a rough overall figure, then yes, more or less.
Well, if you're that rich, you could just buy me a new ring then, can't you?
Huh?
I understand what happened is a little unfortunate, but if you work hard, you can make up for it in no time. It's just like they say, when you fall off your horse, you get straight back on it.
You're something else.
Do it for me, Bryant.
No, No. That's it. I can't do this anymore.
Ugh, where's your fighting spirit? Ugh, and to think you call yourself a man. Did you say the restaurant wasn't booked? That's okay. In that case, leave it to me. I'll call them now.
It's not that I didn't book it, Monica. I just canceled it.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm breaking up with you.
What?
I can't do this anymore. I had no idea you were this irrational and lacking in common sense.
Common sense? Don't be so nasty. What does that mean?
Do you seriously still not get it?
Duh, that's why I'm asking, dummy.
You sold the engagement ring you took without my permission from a closed drawer in a room I told you not to go in. Your attitude when you found out that you had no hope of getting it back was awful. It was like you didn't care. Then, in spite of knowing the ring cost me $25,000, you didn't even show an inkling of any kind of sense of personal responsibility. Instead, basically ordering me to go out and get you a new one, like I'm your personal ATM. You genuinely seem to have no idea whatsoever of how awful and problematic your behavior is. I can't do this anymore. I just can't.
Oh my god!
Please, never contact me again.
Bryant, wait, please? How am I the bad guy here all of a sudden? I didn't do anything wrong! Ugh, Bryant!
A few days later, I sent Monica a compensation claim for the engagement ring through my lawyer. My lawyer, unbelievably, told me the response he got was, "That ring was a present for me, so it makes no sense that I have to pay compensation." And she refused to pay. I was at my wit's end, and playing nice was going to get me nowhere. So, I decided to tell her parents everything. The next day, I received a letter of apology through my lawyer, and the entire sum was paid into my bank account. Monica was forced to go and live back at her folks' place, and ordered to sign a written pledge agreeing to never come near me or contact me again. I heard her parents made her start work at a friend's factory, so she could start making repayments on the $25,000 they very kindly lent her. However, I recently heard from one of our mutual friends that now, even to this day, she still insists that she did nothing wrong, constantly complaining about me. Why did he do this to me? It's not fair. He also told me that other people in her life are finally starting to get sick of her bad-mouthing everyone, like she's Little Miss Perfect and can do nothing wrong. She's losing friends, one after the other, and if she's not careful, she'll be completely on her own before long.
Hey, babe. I'm gonna go out drinking with my coworkers tonight, so don't wait up for me.
What? Why?
What do you mean, why? They invited me out to drink, so I'm gonna go drink. Simple as that.
That's not what I'm talking about. We had an agreement. We were going to sit down tonight to talk face to face about our plans for the future, Roy.
Did you not hear me? I said they invited me. Do you expect me to turn them down?
Yes.
Tell me, Michelle, who's the one providing you with the lifestyle you have right now?
What? I have no idea what you mean.
Okay, you're having trouble, so let me ask you another way. Whose name is on the lease for the lovely apartment you're living in?
Yours? But what's your point? We split both the rent and living expenses 50-50.
But it's my apartment. I am the one, out of the kindness of my heart, allowing you to live here.
Allowing is an odd way to speak to your live-in girlfriend.
Think about your position. Your parents are both dead. You have no siblings. In other words, if I ever got tired of having you around, you'd have nowhere else to go. You might want to think about that a bit before you start giving me any crap about anything.
What are you trying to say, Roy?
Oh, come on, Michelle. You're not that dumb. You know fully well exactly what I'm saying to you.
All right, then. I guess I'll go ahead and ask what I was going to ask you to your face tonight, right now.
What do you want?
We've been seeing each other for 10 years now, Roy. When are you going to start thinking about marriage?
Huh?
Plus, we've been living together for 3 of those years. I mean, you and I are both turning 30 next year.
Wait, do you want to marry me?
Again, we've been dating for 10 whole years. Our relationship is pretty stable, and we've managed to come this far, just kind of like going with the flow or something. But I think I've waited long enough. I want to hear it directly from you. What do you want from our relationship?
What are you getting so anxious about? I don't see any reason to rush into anything.
You might feel that way, but I don't. It's clear that we have very different views on marriage and family, and I think we should sit down and flesh those differences out face to face.
Yeah, how about in 10 years after I've had my fun?
Roy?
Hey, it's not like I don't want to get married or anything. It's just that, there's a lot of stuff that a guy can only do when he's single. And it's the same in the reverse. There's some stuff that you can only do once you're married. Once we're married, then I'll start thinking about having kids, raising kids, planning for the future, all that stuff. I can't get married yet. There's still so much single guy stuff that I want to do. If I got married now, it would ruin my whole life.
Okay. And you say you need 10 years to do all that single guy stuff?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand, babe.
Right. You'll want to get married 10 years from now. Got it.
I'm glad you came to see my way of thinking, Michelle. I'm glad we took the time to sort things out. This really was a great idea. And trust me, I totally get your position. I'm the only one you have. It makes sense you'd want to know how long you have to wait for me. So you just be a good little girl and hang in there. I'll let you know once I'm ready to settle down.
I'm not finished, Roy.
You're not?
When I said got it, I didn't mean, okay, we'll do it your way. I only meant that I understood your position. If I wait 10 years for you, I'm going to be 40 years old.
Yeah, so what?
I want to have a family, Roy.
Okay, so you want kids? I still don't see what your point is. If you want kids, you can have them when you're 40.
Sure, it's possible to have kids at that age, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, whatever it is that you're trying to say, it doesn't change the fact that I'm not getting married yet. I've made my decision. I need 10 more years to enjoy life before I lock myself down, and that's final.
So there's no changing your mind then?
Nope. You should be thanking me that I'm only making you wait 10 years. Keep giving me crap and I might make it 20.
I've got an idea. How about you just enjoy your life until the very end?
Huh?
I can't wait that long.
Michelle?
You've made your position clear. You don't see any value at all in marriage and family. But I'm not like you. And if this is how you're going to react to me pouring out my soul to you by completely shutting me out, then I'm not going to wait one more second for you. I'm leaving. Today.
Whoa, settle down, girl. Is it that time of the month or something?
Goodbye.
Goodbye? As if you had anywhere to go. Whatever, I'll give you some time to cool off. I'm a patient guy, unlike some people I know, so I'll be waiting for when you come running back to me.
Hey there, Morgan. I hate to drop this on you so suddenly, but would it be okay for me to stay the night at your place? I've got quite a bit of luggage with me, so I'm gonna head over there in my car, if that's okay. Uh-oh, Michelle, what's going on? You're more than welcome to spend the night, and I have one extra parking space that you can use. Are you okay, though? I just broke up with Roy. You what? What on earth happened between you two? I'll give you the details later, but here's the rundown. We've been dating for 10 years, living together for 3, and we'll be turning 30 soon. I've tried to talk to him about marriage in the past, but he just kept putting it off and putting it off. I've been wondering how long is he going to keep me waiting? I know, you've talked to me about that before. And, I mean, he's had more than enough opportunities before now. You're 100% right. So I told him outright that I wanted him to come home as soon as possible tonight so we can finally have the talk. But then he blew me off to go drinking with his coworkers. Oh no. He does this all the time. So I went ahead and popped the big question to him via text, and when he gave me his answer, well, I made up my mind. To be honest, I had a feeling this is how it was going to turn out, so I've been packing up my stuff little by little for a while. I told him I was leaving, put my boxes in the car, and, well, that was that. You poor thing. Oh, come on over to my place, Michelle. You need a place to relax. I'll talk to my husband about it. You can go ahead and stay here as long as it takes to find yourself a new place. Oh, and if you need some help looking, one of my friends works at a real estate firm, one of the biggest in town. Thanks, Morgan. You're a really great friend.
Yo, Michelle, what gives? It's been 3 years now. Don't you think this has gone on long enough? Were you waiting for me to reach out to you first before you'd come back? Well, congratulations, here I am. You win. So get over whatever weird thing you're going through and get back over here. Seriously, though, where you been staying all this time? Yeah, we could talk about all that later. I know it'll take some time to pack up your stuff, so I'll give you a month to get ready. And if you get here fast enough, I might just even marry you as a reward. But that's a limited time offer. You better act fast. God, you are one stubborn woman. Fine, I'll compromise for you again. You don't need to move over here. I'll move in with you. Don't worry about telling me your address, by the way. I already know. I just so happened to run into a friend of yours at the bar the other day. You're in that new place over on West Blanchfield Street, right? I gotta hand it to you. You have great taste. Everyone I know has been trying to get a place there since they first put it up. And when we got to talking, they said you bought a condo because you were planning on getting married soon. Man, you must really miss me. You went out and bought a condo for me without even talking to me first? God, women are so effing confusing. First you're all like, oh, I'm angry, I'm leaving. And then you're all like, I love you, Roy, please take me back. Make up your mind, would you? I'll get my stuff over there tonight. Make sure my room is clean, okay? Right, we're gonna get married, so I should say make sure our room is clean, right? Anyway, see you later, babe. Yo, Michelle! Your knight in shining armor has arrived. By the way, what's our room number? I gotta input the room number on this crazy security panel thingy here. Man, this place is super high-tech, huh?
Hello, Roy. It's been quite a while, hasn't it?
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Morgan. I'm a friend of your ex-girlfriend, Michelle.
Oh, it's you. Man, that takes me back ages. I ain't seen you in forever. Actually, come to think of it, I think I've only seen you once, right? You stopped by the house one day before heading downtown with Michelle, and then I've never seen you since.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, and just a slight correction. Michelle isn't my ex-girlfriend. She's my fiancée. Ha! Who am I kidding? At this point, you can just go ahead and call her my wife.
You're standing in the security station in front of her building, aren't you?
Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner! We're gonna live here together from now on, so you can feel free to stop by and hang out anytime you want.
Leave. Immediately.
Huh?
You've been trying to get back together with Michelle lately, haven't you? But good grief, I never expected you to try and force your way into her house.
Her house? Are you not paying attention to something? We're getting married, so it's our house.
Michelle got married to my brother, you moron.
What?
Do you have any idea what you've been doing to her the last month? She's been talking to me about how her ex-boyfriend is sending her creepy, delusional texts. She has more than enough on her mind already with being pregnant and everything.
Whoa, being what?
She doesn't need you adding any more stress into her life, so I'm here giving you a message for her so she doesn't have to deal with you.
Back up, Morgan. Michelle is pregnant?
Yes, she's currently pregnant with my brother's child.
That's impossible.
And another thing, that condo belongs to Michelle and my brother.
But...
He bought it to provide a stable and safe environment for Michelle and their child. Neither of them want anything to do with you.
No way. You're full of it. I heard Michelle's friend saying she bought it so she could live there with me.
You're referring to Nancy, right?
Let me think. Yeah, I think that was her name.
She told me that she ran into a weird guy at the bar who kept asking question after question about Michelle. She was super creeped out. Apparently, she let her guard down and told you about her new condo, for which she apologized profusely. But for the record, what she told you is that Michelle is married and her husband bought a condo for them to live in.
Wait!
I guess you had so much to drink at that point that you completely overwrote what she said with your drunken delusions of still having a chance at love.
I can't believe this! I waited 3 whole years for Michelle to come back to me, and this is what I get?
She told you she was breaking up with you. If you were waiting for her, you were wasting your time.
Oh, come on, she was just PMSing on me when she said that.
No, she broke up with you because you were the biggest letdown of her life. And I won't let you pretend that you were faithfully waiting for your prodigal girlfriend to come home. If you were really waiting for her, then why have you been dating a different woman up until recently? And not just any woman, a married woman. Married to your boss, may I add.
What? How did you know that?
Once I heard that you were sniffing around for information on Michelle, I started doing some digging into you myself. Your boss found out about your affair and sued you. You're now underemployed, penniless, and alone. And now you're trying to get back with Michelle to have her bail you out of the hole you dug for yourself.
Hey, come on, I really am in it deep over here. I ran out of money to pay the rent, so they evicted me a few days ago. I got nowhere to go.
Not my problem, or Michelle's problem.
Can you give Michelle a message for me?
No! Now get lost, you pathetic loser! As you've just seen, my best friend Morgan was so concerned about my mental and physical health that she volunteered to get rid of my creepy ex-boyfriend for me. She managed to get some pretty detailed information on his recent trouble, too. While he wasn't fired after it got found out that he had slept with his boss's wife, it was so humiliating for him to be around the office that he resigned voluntarily. His family was already disgusted with him due to how he strung me along for 10 years, only to drive me away. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. They completely cut him out of their lives and never wanted to speak with him again. With nowhere else to go, he remembered me, the only good thing he'd ever had in his life, and thought he would try to get back together with me. That didn't work out too well for him. Now, with literally nowhere to go, he ended up camping out in local parks for a while. One particularly hot day, he was found beneath a park bench, passed out from heat exhaustion, and taken to the hospital. At this point, I'm not sure if he lost his cell phone, it got stolen, or maybe he just stopped paying his monthly bill. But he never contacted any of his acquaintances ever again after that. I think he's alive, but I don't know for sure, and to be brutally honest, I don't really care either.